Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 4 in our Winter Fairies series, which we're using a Victoria Designs kit. And this kit is available right now as of November of 2022. They also have a magic fairy, I believe, and it's really pretty as well, which I got that kit too. They get way too much of my money, I think. So in this video, we're going to be doing pages 9 and 10. And I actually had started out with page 10 as page 9, or 9 as 10. You know what I'm saying. And then I realized that 10 looked better as page 9, so we're going to give that a whirl. The other thing is, signature 1 is done, and this is the beginning of signature 2. I think I just said that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the pages in off camera onto the papers. And the one thing is that one of the elements that I use on page 9, I wish I had remembered that I had, because I would have used it on page 1, you know, around the words here. But, you know, such is life. So we're going to set this to the side, over there in the safe zone. And we're going to get everything out for page 9. And I've been trying to figure out a way to use these file folders because they're the width of the page. So you can't just put them in a pocket unless you want to cut them down. And I didn't want to cut them down. So I figured out a way to use the file folders, and we're going to attach them to the page instead. I'm just going to leave them paper clipped together over here. I don't have words that are the size that will fit in here, so I'm probably going to try to think of 3 words. You know, I don't know. Something to do with magical fairies. So, or winter fairies. I forgot what kit I'm using now. Anyway, I will write them in pencil and then go over them with marker. So that's what we're going to do with that. And I'm probably going to spray these with my sparkly spray. That would be nice on the home or the front page of the second signature. So we're going to, I used this trim, which I really like, around the word, and it kind of makes it raised up too. This is not eyelash trim, which I discovered because it's got this thick rope in the middle, and these are actual threads, not that feather-like material that eyelash trim is. And when you go to cut it, they start coming off. So you have to be very careful. It took me 2 pieces under here, and it raised the word up, like I said. So that's nice. So I did that off camera. Thank goodness for you. And I went ahead and sprayed this paper with sparklies because I figured the sparkly here needed sparkly paper, even though the rest of the pages aren't sprayed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make an altered paper clip. Get that out of the way too. So let's do that. Now I've got a silver paper clip set aside for this to go with the rest of our book. And we're going to make a little bit different paper clip. Not really different, but one that we can put a charm on. So let's fold it in half right here, or fold it down right there. And I did that by judging how far down I want it on the paper clip and where I'm going to put the cover papers, which is going to be this part of this. If I can, this is too long to get this on there, but I've got some fussy cut fairies and we'll see if we can get a fairy onto our altered paper clip, but I'll do that off camera and dig through the ephemera and see what I can find. You'll have the same ephemera. Okay. So that's a piece of scrap that can be tossed. This was a piece of scrap to begin with. So all we're going to do is slide this up here, but instead of sliding it all the way to the end, we're only going to slide it to here, just past where that little piece, well, we can go that far. So we want the end of the paper to be at the end of the paper clip. That's what I've decided looking at how much open space we have. Now, this is wrong because we're going to be clipping it, if we do it that way, towards the spine. We want to clip it towards the outside edge. All right. It doesn't really make any difference in the page. It just makes a difference if you have directional paper, what direction you put the paper in. So I want the paper to go this way. So I'm going to cut a piece. Well, let me just mark it a little bit bigger than that. And I think we're going to have to do that same size twice. I'm just going to, I don't think this is wide enough to do two. Well, it might be. We'll see. I'll cut both papers. I'm getting better on my paper trimmer, by the way. And you are probably going to be able to see a little bit of this from the end, so that's why I didn't just use white paper. Okay, so there's our two pieces. Now, let's see if we wrap it around, if we can do that. I think we can. That won't work, but that means it's big enough by itself. We fold it in half. I dropped that on purpose. I needed to work with this. And then cut it here. That we'll be able to do both sides with it. The reason that wouldn't have worked is because we couldn't have slid it on the page with this paper here being there. Now, after I talked about how good I'm getting with this trimmer, I can't see where I'm supposed to cut this. So now we're going to put the clip on this way. So we want to glue the papers on this way, and then we'll flip it over and do that in the right direction, which will be this way for the other side. And yeah, it's okay with the clip onto the other side, the way the feature that we're going to add. So all we're going to do is glue these on, top and bottom. Well, we're going to glue them on all the way, actually. And you're still going to have a bump in the center where the paper clip itself is, because the paper isn't as thick as the paper clip. Okay, let's glue this on. Now you don't want to go too far over this way with the paper, because you still want to have this paper clip sticking out. On a regular altered paper clip, oops, on a regular altered paper clip, you're going to push this all the way down in to make it hidden. And then this will be at the, at the edge, and you won't be able to see it. So let's see how we're doing here. I just had a salad about an hour and a half ago, and I'm hungry. It's like Chinese food. For some reason, I'm starving. Just right, a short period of time after eating it. So now we're going to do the same on this side. I put a little extra glue just because it's got a hold around the paper clip, and with us kind of manhandling it, putting it on and off the paper. Okay, so it's going to be that way, so we want this to go this way. We want to line it up with this side. We can always trim it a little bit. Looks like we're going to have to at the bottom there, right here. That's okay. And paper clip's not exactly in the center, but that's all right. If we wanted to, we could trim this, but I don't want to. What I want to do, I think I want to round these two corners if they're big enough. There you go. And then we will get our charm, which I think we'll use our little butterfly that kind of looks like a fairy charm. We'll put that on here, and this one looks the same on both sides, thank goodness. The paper clip's going to go... Oh, let's check about trimming it. I should have done that first. Oh, no, trimming the corner took the part off that we would have had to trim. So then we're just going to put this on here, like so. And there's our paper clip with our charm. Now, the charm hangs down a little bit long because of the size of the bulb pen. I think you can get them smaller. It doesn't bother me. I don't mind. So then we're going to take this page, and I was going to put a hidden pocket on it. We can still do that and put a small card. So we're not going to put it up very far. We don't want to make it look funny against our word at the top. Word up. I was watching America's Got Talent, and these dancers, they were very entertaining. It was two young kids, and they were using all these old songs, kind of funky songs, and it was really fun. So now they're all stuck in my head, though. And I sprayed this paper. Yes, I did. I sprayed this paper to match where I sprayed this one. And so we're going to ink it around 3 sides with my ink pad. I almost used the brown dauber. Oh, this is going to make me crazy. They're just a little too loose at the bottom, at the cuff, to kind of just push it up a little bit. So now I have to push it up above my elbows like a goofball. We're not going to do this side. I think I did the bottom. Yeah. When I did the stenciling, I used this really cool little brush. I got a set of 10 of all different sizes on Amazon for right about that price. $10, $12 at the most, I think. They might have been less. Anyway, I'm very pleased with them. Maybe I'll add them to the PDF. For those of you who haven't seen the beginning of this series or any other video that I've made, you may not know that if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, you get a free step-by-step typewritten up tutorial PDF that goes with this. I've had members of the group say that they do use them. And so we want to make sure that the lines are lined up. So that it's hidden. Sort of, kind of. And then let's maybe take the middle of the card or the paper and make a card. Yeah, that'll work. We're going to have to cut the sides off, though. So we want to cut part of it off this side. And then part off the other side. So one side doesn't have this border and then the other side doesn't. In fact, I'm just going to cut the borders off both sides and see if that works. It should. Okay. Now around the corners. This is what I normally do off camera. But I'm waiting for the paper clip to dry. And then we're just going to ink it, of course. Which you'll know, of course, that there's a pocket there when the card is in there. But, and there's probably some pieces of ephemera that I could have looked at. But by using the middle of the other paper, the duplicate page, this is sparkly. Which I could have sprayed ephemera, but that's just getting crazy. Except when we do the next page, you'll see that I have been spraying extra papers lately. Okay, so we'll have that there. Then we'll put this paper clip to hold these on, I hope. Open it just a little bit. And then we'll have them here. Paper clip them on with this. There we go. Except, oh no, that's right side up. It's just the side with the keys. And we'll just paper clip that on there like that. So when we take the file folders off, then we still have our altered paper clip with our charm. And then underneath we still have our hidden pocket with our card. Okay? Alright, so that's that page. Now, this page is going to be about as easy. This was the paper I was going to use on the front. Then I realized I couldn't put, anything on there. I could have used my silver stickles. I'm going to go back through the book again and see if there's some places that I could stickle. Glossy Accents tends to wrinkle the paper up because it's got water in it. So you have to be careful when you use it, even though I love it. I use it a lot. Okay, so we're just going to make a pocket, which I set aside paper for the pocket. No, I didn't. I needed to print out another one of these because it needed to be a hidden pocket because I really love this image. Let me do that real quick. I went ahead and cut the pocket as well so that I could ink it. Oh, and I accidentally inked it across the top. Oh well. Sorry about my throat. Of course, I wasn't doing that a second ago. Of course. So let's glue this on. So now it's not a hidden pocket, it's just a pocket. A nice pocket. We'll call it a duplicate pocket, where it duplicates the bottom of the page. Maybe we'll make up a new term. We want to put the glue on this pocket as close to the edge as we can because we want to maximize the room inside the pocket. I almost used a wraparound belly band. Almost. Okay, now we're going to make a notebook. So this is the page I selected for the cover, which is going to be a little tricky because it's going to end up being sideways, but I'm all right with that. But it looks like that's about the right width, these three. These have the same fairies, but you have the large, the medium, and the small. And this paper just screamed to be cut apart, into cards maybe. That would be cute. So let's cut the back cover first so we know how much will fit, you know what I mean, down inside here. I just cut it very crooked. Okay, so now let's get this in here. And I sprayed this, it's all sparkly to match all the other white paper. Because I want this to be the height of the page, and the notebook part is going to stick out. Oh, I know why, because I was going to use a ribbon on this page to match the ribbons on the other. Well, we're still going to do that. And I sprayed this paper, and you can't really tell, but it's a light purple and blue, a light blue. I used re-inkers for ink pads and alcohol, and made my own sprays. So that's another way you can do it besides using paint. And I used turquoise, and then the purple is called Purple Passion. So you can tell when you put it up against white paper that it's not white, that it's purple. Oz, are you laying on the newspaper? I have some newspaper laid out on the floor from when I was spraying. I was letting it dry, and I think the dog's laying on it. He's definitely walking on it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Crinkle, crinkle. Start calling him Crinkle. That'll be his new nickname. Yep, see, this is going to be great. The only problem is, no, it's just going to cut the tip of her wing off. Okay. So let's see how far over. Yeah, I had guessed it would be right underneath. I almost cut it right underneath. So now this should be the same size. Oh, we didn't cut the height yet. Oh, this paper looks crooked. The white. The height was going to be right past the tip of her wing. All right, let's cut another one to fit. We can always use white scrap paper. And we know that this will fit down in the pocket because we made this the same size as the paper. I mean the pocket. No, we made this the same size as the back paper. The back paper was just crooked when I compared it to the other, the cover paper. Okay. Now we need to cut this paper. I don't think I'm going to put a fold over on there. I think I'm just going to use the tiny attacher, which is code for Tim Holtz Tiny Stapler. I don't know why he calls it tiny attacher. Maybe there's another product called Tiny Stapler. He could have called it Teeny Tiny Stapler. See, you can tell that it's purple. So cool. I want it just a smidge shorter. I don't mind that the width is the same. Now let's double check this back piece. So we cut it off of the front one. Just make a notebook. I didn't ink any of it, did I? And if you want, you can put a little pocket on the inside. You can't really put much in it because it has to slide down in the pocket. So if you wanted to put a pocket in there, and then I'm standing up and probably shouting into the mic because I use a webcam and the mic is in the webcam. If you want to use little bitty pieces of ephemera, a couple little tickets or something, and stick them in there, you would probably be fine. So anyway, so I'm watching America's Got Talent, and there's this kid, and he comes on, he plays the saxophone. Most people don't really think of that as a cool and hip thing anymore, but he was amazing. He was amazing on the saxophone. And Terry Crews, who's the kind of host guy, the big bald gentleman, he gave him the, what do you call it, where they push the button and it, oh, I can close this. And, you know, all the confetti comes down, whatever. So that was great. And then there was a guy that did yo-yos, which you don't really think yo-yos are that cool, but he did, like, dancing. He was dancing while he was doing it, like, almost break dancing. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, what else was there on there? Oh, this girl that trained chickens. Okay, so it was bizarre. I don't know how she got these chickens to do these things. I mean, I realized she walked through the whole routine with little seed in her hand. But still, she got this chicken to, he jumped up on these things, and then he jumped through these hoops that got higher and higher. And then he walked across a tightrope, of course, and then he stopped. Then he, then he jumped down on this, like, teeter-totter, and when he did, it opened a basket. When the teeter-totter went up, it opened a basket, and there was another chicken. Everybody's thinking, hey, whoa, wait a minute, another chicken. So the other chicken goes and does, you know, stuff. And then at the end of his section, he jumps up and pulls this cord, and this banner comes down, and it says, and now for, right? And then he does a few more tricks, and he gets over to the other side, and there's another banner, and he jumps up and grabs the pull cord, and the banner comes down, and it says, the rock and roll band. And then she opens a curtain, and the two chickens you've already seen jump up and start playing the piano. I kid you not. It wasn't a song, obviously, but they started playing this little kid piano. And then there was a chicken playing the drums. There was a chicken playing the bongos, which are drums, but still. And there was a chicken playing something else. It was insane. It was insane. All these chickens were playing these instruments. I don't know what she's going to do for a second routine, But she got through. All right, let's check this. Is that all the way down in there? I thought we did the height. I'll bet I didn't do the height when I recut the back. Oh, we're going to need a third stapler as well, or staple. Okay. And they're as close to the edge as you can get and have them still hold. Yeah, see, that's perfect, except it looks like once you put it in the pocket, it's going to stick out the top. Darn it. Let's see if we put it inside. Nope, it's still taller. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I don't want to cut any more off of this. In fact, I'm upset that I had to cut it off at all. What I'm going to do is we're going to have another paper clip to hold the notebook on, and then I will make a writing card off camera to go in the pocket. My dog's going to bark now. He thought it was somebody at the door, I think. So here's this ribbon. Oh, the end is where the tape is, silly. Well, not always. So we'll match the ribbon. So I'll just tie a ribbon on the end here and put it up at the top. And I might be able to put a charm on it with a bulb pin. That would be cute. And then we're going to put a ribbon around this page to hold this shut. Plus it'll be cute. Now the last two times I got it kind of short. You know, my throat feels like when you eat a sweet tart and that tart gets stuck in your throat, the part that's tart. The tart part. I may reprint this, and since we're going to leave it on top and clip it on, I may make it again so that it's longer and I didn't have to cut this circle off. If I'd have thought of that, I wouldn't. Oh, it matches here. We had to cut it off here. Okay, well, that's all right then. Okay. And this is how you work through problems. I had to take some aspirin during my little break there. Some Tylenol because I've kind of pinched my neck a little bit. And it's given me a headache. And I don't know if you remember me saying in one of the earlier videos that this Tylenol has caffeine in it, which I didn't really realize. And So it makes me very hyper. Because it's more caffeine than I'm used to. I mean, I drink pop with caffeine in it all day. And I have 1 cup of coffee when I get up. Too much coffee upsets the tum-tum. And, I guess I'm 5. Tum-tum. But anyway, so my body's used to that amount of caffeine. That's it. No more caffeine than that. I wonder if I should pull that out a little bit. Okay. Let's see if that's right. Yeah, that looks right. You know, for eyeballing it. So let's put our notebook on. I'll just put the plain paper clip on there for now. Placeholder paper clip. And then we'll tie this. Yeah, that'll work. Try to tie it straight so the ribbons are flat. Probably never work. This is going to be a nice short video for you guys. We could have started another page, but I like getting the 2 pages in, or 3 full pages. All right. That bow's a little big, but there we go. Okay. Put that up there in my little fiber pile. My friend has me starting a little jar that I put little scraps in, ribbons and stuff, and then another one that I put fibers in. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them, but I have them. Okay, so these are the 2 pages that we did. I think we will use the crown on this page for the clip. I'll have to get out another silver bulb pen. And so those are our 2 pages for this video. And I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.